Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome back to another video. And hey, we're going to be performing our first cut on the Cameo Pro and our first job. I'm really excited for this because I'm going to be able to show you what this machine can do. So I'm going to take out my machine, I'm going to boot it up, and we're going to be doing a car banner that goes across the top of the windscreen about 30 inches in width and about 6 inches in height. So stay tuned, let's jump into the video. So just a few things I'll be using. I'll be using this transfer tape here, this clear transfer tape. I'll be using some Oracal 651 vinyl, a weeding tool, and also a scissors. And as you can see here, I have my Cameo Pro setup. We have our everything here set up so that we can actually use our roll feeder here. And I am going to be using this without a mat. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is to make sure to put my vinyl, Oracle 651. I have to make sure that it lines up properly and correctly. I make sure my bar is set correctly. Alright. I'm going to feed my vinyl into the machine. And sometimes what you can actually do is make a test. You can actually send the vinyl all the way through to make sure it doesn't shift from left or right and it keeps sturdy and straight. In this case, I've done this many times, and I've already tested it myself. What I'm going to do now is to send the image from the computer to the Cameo and allow the Cameo to do its work in cutting out this design. One tip that I would recommend is to save as much vinyl as possible. Here I am basically cutting off the edges so you can save these pieces of vinyl for another project or for a later date. So it's recommended to save as much vinyl as possible. It will save you in the long run. And here comes one of my favorite parts. You want to make sure you take your time and you read each and every single letter, each and every piece from that design, making sure that you take your time and that the relevant information stays on the backing and it doesn't come off when you're reading out. And at this stage right now, what I am basically going to be doing is looking to apply the transfer tape onto this decal design. But before I do that, I want to make sure first that I measure out correctly the length so that I can cut. So one tip for you, always remember, measure first, cut afterwards. So when it comes time for applying your transfer tape onto your decal, you want to make sure that you take your time and commit to it. If you are not sure, do not commit to it, because you want to make sure that you have no bubbles when you use your squeegee and when you squeegee down that transfer tape onto your decal image or your decal design. So you want to commit, you want to take your time, take it step by step, slowly, so you can get all of those bubbles out and have that finishing product that you want. Alright, so now we have our final product, and I know that you may not be able to see it so clearly because the white background that is on it, but just to save, and a little tip that I did just to save some vinyl, as you saw I did, what I did was I cut off all of that piece of vinyl and down bottom, saving that piece of vinyl and this piece of vinyl for a later date. I removed this backing, discard that, and use back the backing that came with the transfer tape. So you can let me know if you can see what I've done here. Tell me what you think about this this band I did for a car. Tell me what you think about our first cut on the Cameo Pro. It was really good, and I'm now invested in doing a lot more. So I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.